Hello and welcome to the fourth Tribal Council for Surviving 1984. We are here with the Murphy tribe. Say hi, guys. Okay, so first, Keaton, please explain the challenge.
I'll do more than that. I'll show you the fucking challenge. So this bitch ass decided, you know what? You're gonna bounce coins on your hand, and we're gonna tell you random ass coins every couple seconds, and you're just gonna keep doing this until one of you dumbasses drop. And I eventually dropped after like 23. Yahoo! I hate my life.
So, Keaton, do you think that stepping up is a reason for people to keep you, or do you think that the fact that you solely were the reason that you guys lost the challenge could be a reason for you to go home tonight?
Bit of column A, bit of column B. Like, there's definitely arguments for both sides of that coin. I get it. What, like, it's very obvious to say, hey, he fucked us over. He sent us here. Let's take him out. Let him pay the price. Like that would be a logical and sound argument. And while I'd be upset with it, I couldn't be upset at the logic. However, I think stepping up shows that I had the courage to go for it, even if I did fail, because I wanted to show this tribe, even though I said it before, especially after I opened up to them, that I wanted to do this for them, and that's what I did. And although I failed, I'm still happy I said, let me do it.
So, Caitlin, obviously we saw your name on 4 voting ballots last tribal. So what did you have to do this round to make sure that that doesn't happen again?
Well, in order to make sure that didn't happen, I had to be like way more active than what I was. And a lot of you didn't know, but I was gone. Like this past Thursday was the first day I was actually back home. I had been visiting some friends. So that was like, it's not really like an excusable answer, but that's why I was gone, was because I was seeing my friends. So it was tough trying to reach out to people. And I know it's an easy plot to say, well, she's not active, let's vote her. So it like made sense for the time being. However, I think I've redeemed myself and developed a few relationships along the way that I think has helped secure myself a position on this tribe.
So, Brandon, we also saw your name come up at Tribal Council, which caused a little bit of controversy this week. So how does this make you feel going into this vote?
Nervous, definitely. Like, obviously, I did end up getting a vote last tribal. Love you, Chrissy. Half heart, I got you. I got the full heart right here, all right? But yeah, no, Chrissy admit. Oh, Sissy, there was like a huge blow up this tribal. So obviously, I'm a bit worried, I want to say, because like obviously my name was like kind of thrown under the bus a bit. So it's like, then it's like the huge peg monster side of me is like, what if they do this? What if they do that? What if they do this? What if they do that? But I have to keep stabbing myself in my head saying, shut the fuck up, Brandon. But yeah, I'm nervous, to say the least, because one vote can turn into 2, which can turn into 3, which can turn into 10. There's definitely 9 people on this tribe. I'm just counting off the top of my head.
So, Chrissy, as Brandon kind of hinted to, you very openly in the tribe chat called out Kendall and Brandon as 2 people that are running the tribe, and you also openly admitted to throwing the rogue vote at the last tribal. So what effect do you think that has on your game, and do you think that that could be a reason for you to be the one to get the boot tonight?
I definitely know I'm getting votes tonight because there are a lot of shady bitches here. And a lot of people who have personally attacked me for calling their gameplay out, for trying to control the vote. I am an independent person, and I think everyone here doesn't like being bossed around, doesn't like being told what to do. And when someone hands you a chart and says, do this or else, it's like, okay, bitch, test me. I don't like being told what to do. And the reason I threw the rogue vote was because I really liked Caitlin, and I didn't think it was fair that she was getting votes split on her. And I also really liked Ike, and I thought it was unfair of us to just sort of scapegoat him and just make him the easy vote. Because it's like, who determines the easy vote? People who are running shit or the people who are on the bottom? And, you know, I'm always rooting for an underdog, and I know viewers are always rooting for an underdog. So I just don't think that people in charge should dictate how the tribe lines are. And I think everyone should be able to make their own choices, especially against people who are rude as fuck.
So, Kendall, you and Chrissy obviously have been openly fighting in the tribe chat this week. Do you think that that could cause you to possibly be the one getting your torch snuffed tonight?
Oh, most definitely. Did I go way too far? Yes. But I don't appreciate liars. I don't appreciate being told that I'm doing something when I'm not. And I never told Chrissy to do anything. I never told her to do anything. A lot of people didn't tell her to do anything, so whoever did, like, sorry about that. That was not my doing. And I think it's kind of funny how people are like, oh, I'm just running the tribe. I think it's funny how me and Brandon got accused of that, and I'm like, okay, guys, I can barely tell left from right sometimes. Do you really think I could run the tribe? No.
Don't play dumb. Don't play dumb.
I'm not
All I
playing dumb.
ask of you
Ask
is
Michael.
don't play dumb.
Ask Michael. I'm not playing dumb. I'm not the
So
smartest.
you're calling yourself dumb. Like, actually. You're not
I'm not-
just acting.
It's not saying I'm dumb. It's saying that I struggle a lot in life.
It really doesn't seem like you do. But
You don't know my life, and I don't have to explain
and
myself.
you don't know my life either, and you still called me a dumb bimbo bitch, so
Yeah, I was way too far. I am sorry about that. I was way too. And I've been working on my temper, and it's gotten a lot better. Could have been way worse last night, but no, it wasn't.
Okay. So, Hearn, your name was dropped as somebody who was possibly a target this week, openly in the tribe chat. So do you think, or how safe do you feel going into this vote?
I feel a lot safer now that there's been a public argument. I think it's very clear where Chrissy and Kendall both stand against each other. So I think that does afford me some degree of safety. But yeah, I mean, you don't want to hear Michael, you're a potential target. You know, even if it's not true potentially, it's still like my name was brought up in a tribe of 9. So it's kind of like there's a few places to hide. So if you're getting called out for something, then I don't know. I just hope that people keep me. I don't think I should go, but it is what it is. Like if my name's been brought up, then I have to do something to get it unbrought up.
So, Nick, your name was also brought up as a potential person to receiving votes. So, same question, how safe do you feel tonight?
This is such a question. I'm not gonna say I don't feel safe. I'm gonna never feel 100% safe. I think there can always be that opportunity of people like conspiring behind your back. So I'm never gonna say I feel 100% safe. But I mean, really, it comes down to the fact that like people said my name. Somebody here said it, and it is what it is. And you know, I might not know who it is today. I might not know who it is tomorrow. But like eventually, I'm gonna get to the bottom of who it was who said my name, and hopefully, we can have a conversation and figure out why my name was the one that was pushed. And if we can't, well, then it's gonna spiral into a bigger thing. But I don't think whoever said my name probably got the votes for me tonight. But it's definitely something I'm going to keep my eye on moving forward, because you have to. Whenever your name goes out there, you have to say something about it. So also, Luke, my roommate, definitely just came in here and was like, "Are you playing with the guy that's hosting Reality Room?" So like that happened. Anyway, yeah. So that's how I feel. I don't feel 100% safe, but I don't feel like I'm going home either.
So Connor, with so many names being dropped this week, how does that make you feel about the structure of this tribe as a whole?
I feel like we're structured like a balloon that just got a hole in it, and it's slowly like going down, and it's like I feel like structure wise, I mean, let's face it, like we're a mess, and it's okay to be messy sometimes. That's what I tell myself in the mirror. But like we are a mess. Granted, I don't think it's affecting. I mean, granted, yesterday was a disaster, and I'll publicly say that I was not a fan of the bimbo bitch comment made. That was far too far. And there were comments made and just drama that kind of sucked the fun out of it a little bit. But like, I mean, from what I gathered, and I think from a lot of people gather, it seems to be right now a Kendall versus Chrissy like showdown. And so like there's that. I mean, it's a lot, but what are you gonna do?
Am I able to comment on that? I would like to say that I also did not exactly appreciate the comment that was made towards Chrissy. I think as a whole, we shouldn't be going to that level because it might be a game. Emotions get high, but in the end, it is just a game. No matter what happens in this game, I'm glad that I either got to rekindle relationships with some of you or meet new people. So regardless of what happens throughout this game, I love you all. And I hope that you guys share the same sentiment and we just play the game and understand that's what it is.
Can I say something as well too? I'm sorry. Like with everything that went on last night, like, I mean, I was at work for some of it, so I was like trying to pop in and out, and I saw what happened. Ultimately, at the end of the day, this is ultimately like an online game and whatnot, and obviously people can get really heated, people's emotions can get really high, and ultimately, like, even if like comments are taken too far, arguments tend to escalate. That's human nature and what happens eventually. But at the end of the day, I feel like I personally love all of you. I just want you to know that despite like some in-game shit that might happen, I really do love all of you, like lots and tons. And I really don't really have a bad thing to say about any of you guys, and I hope you guys know that. But just we need to remember that this is like for fun, so we shouldn't be really like throwing like huge personal insults around whatnot. I agree that like what was taken too far, but sometimes what we need to do is just take a deep breath, you know? I hope that was good.
Okay, so Luke, this tribe obviously has so many names being dropped. So what do you think you guys have to do moving forward as a tribe?
I don't really know. I mean, like, I feel like it changes so much week to week. Like last week, the first time we were in this position, like neither Chrissy or Kendall were like even options. So it literally happens like on a dime. Like this changed so quick. Like I feel like it really doesn't matter what we do, because what we do as a tribe doesn't fucking guarantee who's a target and who's not, because we started out so unified that one person does something and then all of a sudden these are the two people that are it, and that's like your two options. It's like you have two nominees, pick one. And it's like, I don't know, it doesn't matter what we do as a tribe. Like that doesn't have any impact as to who ends up going out each week, period.
So this is an open question to anyone. So there have been talks about a possible swap coming up. How does that affect the...
Me, I want to answer this one.
You can go, Nick.
So yeah, talking to a lot of people today and just like trying to talk game and trying to say like, hey, what are you thinking? How are you feeling? Blah, 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 blah. Apparently, everyone, the general consensus is I want to go to the end with I want to go to a swap with someone who has numbers. Like that's what the general consensus is right now. People are looking at who's the most popular to go into the swap with, because that's gonna cause them to be more secure. You know, if you get swapped with that person and one person that they're close to, then obviously you're gonna be more of a trio than going with someone like Chrissy, going with someone like Chrissy, who has only herself. They don't want to like link to the one person. They'd rather link to the person who's more connected, is what kind of the feeling I've gotten.
Can I comment on what you just said, Nick?
Yeah, for sure.
So the reason that y'all think I'm alone is because when the rogue vote was thrown and when Kendall started throwing my name out there as the person, none of you, 0 people, came up to me and asked me what was going on. So obviously all of y'all are easy to trick if you're going based off of the story that the first person calls out. So if none of y'all came to me, how am I supposed to build trust with you if you guys don't want to know the full story and y'all don't want to know my side? So that's why I'm fucking alone in this game, and that's why I'm an outcast in this tribe, because no one came to me to ask me what the story was from my side, from my point of view.
Okay. Does anybody have anything else to say before we get to the vote?
Yeah, I actually don't particularly speak up on stuff like this, but you know, a computer works two ways, and like it's a two-way street. And when you're on the defensive side of it, it's a little bit of a weird situation for us to approach you and try to make that relationship, which you and I did talk, but
Well, Caitlin, I did approach you, so, and I did explain everything to you. So I don't understand why I could send you a message and you reply, but when I send other people messages, they don't reply.
Okay.
So it does go two ways.
Yeah, you're right, it does. And I mean, that's probably something you should talk to them about, because you and I did talk about. I just know, like, when that was when all that was going on, it does work two ways. And you and I both talked about how we're new in this community and we're still trying to figure things out as we go. So
I hate it here.
I would like to speak on this whole swap situation. I think that no matter what happens, if we go to 3 tribes at 15, if we go to 2 tribes literally tonight, like, I think that, I mean, this is just how I considered this to go, especially how we started this week out, is that no matter how we moved on, we're a group that has been working together to get further in the game as a whole. Like, if I'm on a group with like 3 other people, like, I feel like it's kind of up to us to try to stick together, you know? Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess everything changes when you get on another group and then you have a whole nother team that you're competing with. But from an amateur perspective, it's just what it, I don't know.
Okay, first of all, I'm just gonna go ahead and Luke, you're not an amateur. We all been new. If you didn't see the mini, like, no amateur here.
I've never played Survivor. Is my point.
Okay, fair. But also you say that, like, you have to look at, like, oh, let's stick together as a group. Let's stick together as a group. Let's stick together as a group. Okay, cool. Let's stick together as a group. Why were mine and Michael's names brought up? If we're gonna stick together as a group, if we're gonna go forward as a group, if we're gonna stick together as like a chill group, like, obviously Chrissy and Kendall were the 2 that got in a fight. Why were mine and Michael's names brought up if we're gonna stick together as a group? That's like where my concern lies.
Great question.
Anybody else?
Man, who fucking knows anymore? That's what I gotta say. Who fucking knows?
I feel like you probably know a little more than you're letting on, but like, we'll let it be what it is.
Okay, so I am going to go record the votes. So at this time, if everybody could please go confirm or cast your vote. If you want to shout anybody out or call anybody out right now, that now is the time to do so.
All I wanted to do was keep living. Now you're all making me not want that anymore. Thanks, guys.
Shout out to the 2 people in my production chat, Jay and Jabbar, my buddies. Shout out.
Shout out to the last pre-merge boot of Taze, Jabbar.
Oh my god.
I want to do a shout out. I want to shout out Bria. I love you. Billy, love you. Megan, love you. Napolito, love you.
Shout out to Minnie again. It was brought up, so might as well say it again. That Minnie was fun. I did nothing that entire game and it was fucking hilarious.
I would like to throw a big shout out to Jesus Christ, for without him I wouldn't even be alive. So thank you, Lord.
Honestly, I'd like to shout out my cat, who never lets me be on camera without me having to throw her at least twice. So, got you, girl.
Okay, Alinity.
I would also like to shout out Nick's Nipples because they're making an appearance. Hi, Nick's Nipples.
Hello, guys.
I
didn't like that.
When we tilted down and you were wearing the tan shorts, I said he did not just flash America.
Wanted to. I wanted everyone to think that I was naked this entire time. I've not. seen
I'm
that.
uncomfortable. I don't like it here.
I'm naked and afraid. This is the wrong show, Nate.
I should not
hate
have
it here.
fireball. That's really what shouldn't have happened.
Shout out to the fireball that's in Nick Benner's hands. That should be in mine.
Literally, I can't believe you said, okay, here we go. Oh my God.
What are you laughing about, Blake? I don't get it.
The weird noise you made. Arr.
Can that somehow be the episode title? Just.
Okay, I have the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay. When I reveal the votes, the decision is final, and the person who is voted out will have just a few moments to say their goodbyes and then leave. First vote. Chrissy. Second vote. Kendall. One vote Chrissy, one vote Kendall. Kendall. Chrissy. 2 votes Chrissy, 2 votes Kendall. Chrissy. Chrissy. 4 votes Chrissy, 2 votes Kendall, 3 votes left. Fourth person voted out of Surviving 1984, Director's Cut, Chrissy. Chrissy, do you have any final words?
Nope. No offense, Michael. The casting sucked. That's all I have to say.
You didn't talk to me in
Good
3
luck.
days. Sayonara.
Me
Thank
think
you
you're talking
Good
about
luck.
me. I was like, I didn't control
Time for you
casting.
to go.
Talking about how people need to talk. It wouldn't fucking message me.
Okay, so you guys survived. that so we will be sending out your next immunity challenge shortly.